5 pitchers, when you look at the players with a T206 Polar Bear back card, have the shortest major league career. First up here we have John Friel. His entire career spanned 67 2/3 of an inning over 16 professional games. Now, a majority of those 16 games, 10 to be exact, were spent with the New York Highlanders in the 1910 season. He then reappears in Major League Baseball in 1912, playing 3 games apiece for the St. Louis Browns first, and then finishing his career with the Cincinnati Reds. He finishes his 16-game career 3-3 with 1 save. Fourth here on this list, we have Bill Milligan. His career spanned just 58 innings over 11 games. 6 of those games were played in 1901 for the Philadelphia Athletics, and then 5 games were played in 1904 for the New York Giants. Now here's a really interesting stat, and it really speaks around how different baseball is now versus back then. Milligan never won a game in his career. He went 0-4, but he has 2 complete games for the A's and 1 complete game for the Giants. Coming in third here is a card that is sometimes hard to find with a polar bear back. We have Merle Doc Atkins. His entire career spanned just 27 innings in 1902 and 1903. And now you're probably guessing that because he played just 27 innings over 2 years, that he spent his entire professional career with just 1 team, but no, he spent it with 2. In that 1902 season, he spent it with the Boston Americans, and then he finished in 1903 with the New York Highlanders. And yes, after his playing career, he did become a physician. He was able to manage baseball, his medicine practice, and medicine learning all throughout his career. But he finishes his career of those 27 innings going 1-1. And I'll tell you here, as a polar bear collector, even though Doc Atkins pitched in only a total of 6 major league games, if you can find a good condition Doc Atkins polar bear card, absolutely add it to your collection. Now for the 2 pitchers with the shortest major league careers. Coming in with just 5 total appearances, we have Lucky Wright. He pitched 28 innings in his career, 1 more than Doc, but in his career he finished 0-4. And so while Lucky Wright was not lucky enough to win a professional game pitching for the Cleveland Naps in 1909, I think this is a great reminder to anyone who is either new to T206 or looking to, dip their feet a little bit more into some of these players. Not every player had an illustrious career. A lot of these players are really, really common players. So do not let the high prices that you see on REA or Heritage or even eBay for the Cobbs or the Walter Johnsons or the Chrissy Mathesons dissuade you from digging into this set deeper. You can obtain so many of these common players for not that much out of your wallet. Now yes, a high-grade Lucky Wright polar bear, it's going to be expensive because they're very rare. But if you look around for a raw Lucky Wright, it's not going to be that expensive. So I challenge you, if you're new to T206, start to obtain some of these lesser-known players. And then bringing this list home of the 5 T206 polar bear players that have the shortest major league pitching career, we have Bill Lattimore. He pitched in just 4 games for the 1908 Cleveland Naps, but in those 4 games he did go 1-2. So he did end his career with 1 professional major league victory. He did, though, unfortunately pass away at a very, very young age. He passed away in 1919 at the young age of 35 due to tuberculosis. Now that's a heck of a way to end the video talking about someone passing away at 35 from tuberculosis, but I'll tell you, Lattimore was not one of the earliest players to pass away who was featured in this set. There were 17 players who passed away before 1919. And for all of your T206 information, follow me on Instagram. You get this content first in a reel format. My handle there is CRT_sportscards. And if you like the long form content, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube.